Grand Rising peoples. Grand Rising this morning. I was on a little suspension, y'all, for that video I had posted about the NFL and the slave trade. But anyway, y'all know Joe Biden holding a fundraiser today in Philadelphia to help with John Fetterman campaign, right? Yeah. He holding a fundraiser in Philadelphia. But yet with all that crime going on in Philadelphia, he can't even support the officials in Philadelphia to come up with some type of solution for them crimes that's going on in Philly. But they trying to make it seem like the crimes is coming down now because it's election time. And they might have put their foot in their mouth with all the crime that's taking place. You heard? But we all know what's going on in Philly with that crime. It's too late for that one. Now he want to come and help John Fetterman do a fundraiser in Philadelphia. John Fetterman never came to Chester. I never heard of this man until this election that we having now. I never heard of John Fetterman. For him to be the U.S. Senator in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, I never heard of this dude, y'all. And not only that, how many of y'all know y'all peoples that had strokes, or you know somebody that had a stroke? They not physically capable to do what they used to do. And that's a fact, y'all. That's a 100% fact. They not capable and physically to do what they used to do because they had a stroke. Y'all know that. But yet they saying this man is physically incapable to be the U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania, knowing this man had a stroke. Y'all know he part of the go along, get along gang, right? Y'all all know that, right? They need him in place so they can continue on pushing their bullshit, you know what I'm saying, on the peoples of Pennsylvania. But I know the peoples is about tired, man. Look at high gas prices going back up. They trying to push this electric car shit, right? We all can't afford electric cars, man. We all struggling, right? Food, you go to the market, food prices going up. You know what I'm saying? Inflations is most definitely at its all-time high. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But they need these people in place to push their agenda. You know what I'm saying? And we all know John Fetterman, he's not capable or physically to serve us in Pennsylvania as a U.S. Senate, man. This dude just had a stroke. What, 3-4 months ago? Now they saying his doctor, they gave him $500 towards his campaign, telling everybody that he's legitimate. He's okay. Come on, y'all. How many people y'all know got strokes that still, you know, jaw twisted, having speech slurs and all types of shit, man? I need for the peoples to wake up now at this point. If y'all ain't waking up, man, y'all gotta wake up, peoples. For real. Their agenda is to push foolishness, y'all, on the American people. And like I said, they trying to push these electric cars. Everybody can't afford electric cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the gas prices at its all-time high, y'all. Gas prices at its all-time high. Inflation's at its all-time high. Everything is at its all-time high. Thanks to this administration that's in power now, and we all know that. For those who don't want to admit it, just blind to the facts. Are they part of the go along, get along gang? All this crime that's going on up Philly, all this crime that's taking place up in Philly, Joe Biden can find time to come help John Fetterman push his narrative on being part of the go along, get along gang. Right? That's all it is, y'all. They trying to have certain people in certain places so they can push their agenda. Right? And that's a fact, y'all. That's a 100% fact. He's been to Philadelphia how many times, y'all, since he's been president? And never talked about the crime rate that's going on in Philly. He always pushed that agenda about still talking about Trump. It's all Trump fault. When you going to stand up as a president or a leader of the free world and take responsibilities on your own and stop pointing the finger at everybody else? Huh? You won't. Because y'all got an agenda that y'all trying to push. And I need the American people to get out and vote. It's very important that y'all get out and vote because we got to get these people out of there, y'all. We got to get this, most definitely get these Democrats up out of there. We already see their agenda. Y'all already see where we stand at in the country. Don't nobody in the other nations respect us. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody respect us. And that's some 100% fact. Everybody done dipped inside their savings. Everybody living down there paycheck to paycheck. And it's a fact, y'all. But like I said, Joe Biden's going to be in Philadelphia today. Really, he in Philadelphia so he can go to that soccer game. The Union soccer game. But yeah, he's saying he's in there to promote the John Fetterman funding campaign. You see, they done booed Jill Biden. They booed Jill Biden at the Eagles game. Y'all see that? Whoever ain't subscribed to my other channel, everybody on this channel, I got another channel. City of Chester News TV, go in the search bar, same logo. Sub to that channel too. I got 2 City of Chester News TV channels, and I need y'all to get over there and sub to that channel too. Vital information on that channel, y'all.
Late on get down the street, huh?
What's wrong with it?
It don't work.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, how you doing? Hey, Pop, you got any gloves?
Hold on, let me check.
All right.
Well, that's why I usually do it before I leave the school. I usually do it before I leave the school, but I'm rushing. Late on get to work. I'm trying before I leave.
What do you have for kids, big guy?
The kid gloves?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Pop.
Does this work?
Let me see.
It works on school.
$1.
Let me get $1. Should be $1.50, but it's
Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Yeah, like I said, y'all, they pushing this narrative for John Fetterman. And we all know John Fetterman just coming off a stroke, y'all. We don't need another slow Joe Biden character running our state, y'all. Most definitely don't. There it go right there. Slow Joe Biden will hold a fundraiser for John Fetterman in Philadelphia today. Right? Then you got the Biden administration awards $2.8 billion in grants for electric vehicle batteries. You know what I'm saying? $2.8 billion, y'all, in grants for 20 companies to produce electric battery vehicles in the U.S. Come on, y'all. There it go right there. So like I said, y'all, we got to most definitely wake up. Because gas prices is back on the rise. He talking about putting different oil companies out of business. So if you're trying to put different oil companies out of business, right? What's his agenda, y'all? To push them electric cars, y'all. And that's a fact. But, you know what I mean? We're going to listen to news, some real news this morning, y'all. We're going to listen to some real news this morning, y'all, while we just ride, alright? But I need everybody to get over there and sub to that channel, City of Chester News TV. Go on the search bar. I got 2 City of Chester News TV channels. Make sure y'all sub to both of them. Alright? And then y'all know about the first Asian American coin that they produced on Monday, but yet can't even produce the Harriet Tubman $20 bill that they promised us. I talked about that on my other channel. That's why I need y'all to get over there and sub to that channel. Alright? They producing this first Asian American 25-cent coin Monday. Right? She was an actor and shit. Marianne Wong, some shit like that. But get over to my other channel, you'll see the video I had posted, or you can Google it. The first Asian American U.S. currency coin. It's an Asian woman. But they promised us a Harriet Tubman $20 bill that they never came through with, y'all. I told y'all, these people just lie to you in your face, tell you what you want to hear, and then they do the opposite. Come on, y'all, it's time to wake up. Let's listen to some real news, y'all.
Call 1-800-501-8200. That's 1-800-501-8200 now.
I don't even think he needed the note, to be honest with you. You've seen the guy is a political athlete. One of the best ones I've ever seen. He's pure talent. He looks and sounds and acts like the state of Pennsylvania, similar to like a Tim Ryan, right? He is traveling all over the state of Pennsylvania and if rallies are a measurement of enthusiasm like the former president used to measure, this guy is holding rallies all over the state with huge numbers.
My word. Okay, that coming from a former Biden advisor on CNN. Welcome back into Wake Up America. The race between John Fetterman and Dr. Mehmet Oz heating up with just 19 days to go for the midterm elections. Joining us now for more, senior fellow at the American Conservative Union, Mercedes Schlapp, back with us. Mercedes, good to see you. Pure talent, political athlete, John Fetterman. Sounds like an oxymoron. What do you make of that?
Look, I think that Democrats are trying their best to help Fetterman. As we know, he's had so many problems on the campaign trail, basically failing in terms of giving any good quality interviews to even the liberal reporters who have questioned his physical and mental ability to not only campaign but also become senator. So you're trying to see these Democrats salvage Fetterman's candidacy. And let me tell you, I've spent time with Dr. Oz. We're actually campaigning for him next week. He is unstoppable. He is hitting district by district, going to the different counties, really talking about these strong messages of how do we solve these problems on crime in these big cities like Philadelphia, and really hitting Fetterman hard on his record on being soft on crime and supporting the release of many of these prisoners. And I think that Oz's strategy is really working. So I think that for Fetterman not releasing the medical records, and we have this debate next week, that is going to be a very pivotal point in this race in Pennsylvania.
Mercedes, you know, in one of your, you've got five kids. One of them is sick. You've got to get something, you know, to send it back to school. I've had to do that before. Okay, so John Fetterman, his doctor, this guy, by the way, has donated $500 to his campaign. So his doctor writes him a note and says that he's fit to serve a 6-year term in the United States Senate. However, there was one sentence in this doctor's note, and I'll read you the quote. He will miss occasional words, and it seems to me like he doesn't hear the words, or they are not being processed properly. Does that sound like somebody who's really, if we're being honest, fit to serve as a United States Senator?
Look, we all wish him a full recovery. You know, I think anyone that has to go through what he's gone through, I mean, it's a tough battle.
Yep.
But at the same time, I think we have to be realistic here. And the fact is that if he is having these medical issues and really not being transparent with the American people, that is going to become a challenge moving forward. But let's just put aside the medical concerns of Fetterman. It's really about the policies. I mean, he is almost more left than Bernie Sanders on all of the policy issues.
Yeah.
He does not support energy independence. He's against fracking. He's against really producing energy jobs in Pennsylvania. We've talked about being soft on crime. He's about open borders. He doesn't believe in protecting girls' sports. And obviously he's extreme on the issue of abortion. So, and then we haven't even hit the economy, Rob, where we know that for Fetterman, it's about supporting the Democrat agenda of climate change first above anything else, rather than helping to solve this inflation problem that we're seeing crippling American families.
Mercedes, just a quick one. I want to get the female perspective on this. The New York Times numbers, a 32-point swing in a month with independent female voters. Democrats had a 14-point advantage last month. Republicans have something like an 18-point advantage now. How does that happen in a month?
Well, I got to tell you something. I think for the Democrats, with their complete obsession on the abortion issue and really saying, let's just focus on that issue alone to try to bring over these swing voters. Well, that's not happening. You look at the swing districts,
over
and
here,
it's very clear that the Republicans have an advantage. Why? Because the issues that the American families care about in these voters, it's about the economy, it is about inflation. They feel that Joe Biden is weak, that he hasn't been able to tackle these critical issues, and you're seeing immigration and crime also play in these midterm elections. Look, I really think that for women, if they're just going to focus on basically our body parts and abortion, you're not going to get very far at all. So I think for women, and they keep forgetting, a lot of these women, some of them are pro-life, they're single-issue voters, and they really think that the Democrats have gone too far, not only on the issue of abortion, but on gender confusion and trying to indoctrinate our children on these extreme radical issues.
Good point. Mercedes Schlapp, we'll do it again next week. Good to see you. Thank you.
Great to see you, too.
More than 2 million illegal migrants have come across the southern border in the past year, and according to Texas Congressman Pat Fallon, the Biden administration continues to prioritize political agendas over America's safety and prosperity. Joining us now is Texas Congressman and member of the House Committees on Armed Services and Oversight and Reform, Pat Fallon. Sir, thank you for joining us. There are reports that the Biden administration pressured the mayor of El Paso on the border. Talk to us more about that.
Well, Allison, good morning, and thanks for having me on. Well, apparently the White House pressured El Paso not to declare a migrant crisis, and that again proves and demonstrates Joe Biden putting, the political agenda of his administration over that of protecting America.
Yeah, it's interesting too, sir, because you see some of these media outlets finally now covering the border crisis, probably because Mayor DeSantis, or Governor DeSantis and Governor Abbott took some of these migrants and put them in these blue states. Last week, the administration announced a deal to halt the flood of Venezuelan migrants at the border by expelling them to Mexico. But what about all the other migrants from all these other countries?
Well, that's the point. I mean, when you look, Allison, at the tail of the tape for the last fiscal year, it looks as if we don't have the September numbers yet, by the way, and I'm curious as to why. Maybe because there's a midterm moving in a few weeks. But if you look at just April was the worst month we've ever had on record. 234,000 illegal border crossers. 1,258% worse than the last April President Trump was in office. And then, only be eclipsed by May, which was 241,000 illegal border crossers, 930% worse than the last May President Trump was in office. So from April to August, when you include the known gotaways, you're looking at almost 1.5 million illegal border crossings. We've never had anything like that, and I think when the September numbers come in, adding the known gotaways plus the illegal border crossers, we're going to be looking at 3 million.
Yeah, you think they're going to be more? Interesting point. We haven't seen them yet. We'll see if we get them before the midterms. If the GOP is successful in taking the majority in both the House and Senate in the midterms, do you expect an impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas, the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, for knowingly lying about the border agents whipping those Haitian migrants?
Yeah, not only that, but he also said, when he testified in Homeland Security last year, he said the border, Allison, was secure. Then he got caught on a hot mic shortly thereafter saying that the border is chaos. So clearly he was lying then as well. Our office plans to file articles of impeachment on Secretary Mayorkas on November 9th. And I suspect what he'll do is he'll resign after the midterms. Because if he doesn't, I'm on the Oversight Committee, Allison, he's going to have a parking space right outside the Rayburn building where our committee meets, because he's going to be in front of us so often.
Yeah, I think you're right with that, sir. The side of the border crisis that's not often addressed is the 3.8 million people in the world who are trying to get into the U.S. legally. But why does the administration ignore these people?
Well, because it's not convenient. And those folks that are respecting the laws and the rules of the country that they want to become a part of and are being patient, most wait about 8 or 9 years, when they come to the country, they're going to be immediately contributing. They're going to be independent, and they're not going to be net Democratic voters. So, and by the way, Allison, 95% of those folks are people of color. So anytime somebody on the left tries to inject race into immigration and border security, it's absurd, it's immaterial, and it's really, quite frankly, disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. Congressman Pat Fallon, thank you so much. And the Biden administration, they blame the Republicans for this and President Trump, but the numbers don't lie. We appreciate you today coming on the program.
Thanks, Allison.
Thank you. Same to you. All right, we do want to take you live to 10 Downing Street in London, where the Prime Minister Liz Truss is speaking. Let's listen in.
In the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party. This morning I met the chairman of the 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady. We've agreed that there will be a leadership election to be completed within the next week. This will ensure that we remain on a path to deliver our fiscal plans and maintain our country's economic stability and national security. I will remain as Prime Minister until a successor has been chosen.
Democrats had a plan, y'all.
All right, we just were watching the UK Prime Minister Liz Truss announcing that she spoke with the King and she is resigning from her position. So breaking news out of that this morning. Stay with us. You're watching Wake Up America. We'll be right back.
She ain't part of that bullshit, y'all. Or their agenda that they was trying to push. Like hell with that shit.
News breaks every minute, every day. You need the app, the Newsmax app. Find it free on your smartphone store.
You can't push none of their videos. They flagged you. They flagged me twice. Newsmax did. For posting one of their videos about the fentanyl candy that they were sneaking across the border. But that was vital information to share with the people, especially the parents. You know what I mean? With Halloween coming up and they might send their kids out trick-or-trotting and they get some of that fentanyl thinking it's candy. You know what I'm saying? So I was upset when they flagged my video for that. I was just sharing some information. You know what I'm saying? They got their agenda, y'all. You see the UK Prime Minister. The UK Prime Minister, she resigning, y'all. But she said she can't push that shit no more, y'all. They all came up with a plan, y'all. I told y'all that was their agenda, y'all. That was their agenda. You got people out here pushing some type of narrative. Y'all gotta question that shit. Y'all most definitely gotta question that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of American people done went out and got that jab, but that was their agenda. And their agenda is to pump these electric cars in fossil fuel. They just trying to have us like fucking robots and slaves, y'all. And that's a fact. If y'all can't realize that shit, y'all just want to be a slave. You heard? Y'all just want to be a slave at that point. It's right in y'all face. They bamboozling y'all right in y'all face. Y'all still not waking up. A lot of y'all, okay. Continue on following their agenda and see where you be at in the next 5 years. Struggling like you already is, but struggling even more. Because you can't afford no goddamn electric car. What you gonna do, get one of these electric scooters? Morning. That's all you can afford is an electric scooter. You ain't getting no goddamn electric car. Especially in the wintertime, how you gonna get back and forth to work? On your electric scooter. When they pumping these goddamn electric cars. Hell with them electric cars, y'all. Gotta get them gas prices back down. Then he's saying he's gonna tap into the reserve at one hand, and then at the other hand he's saying in fossil fuel. This dude is confusing. Did he have a stroke? You heard? Did he have a stroke and his mind is all fucking combobulated? Just like John Fetterman. This man just had a stroke. How you gonna run the U.S. Senate? You know what I'm saying? He can't. It's impossible, y'all. Like I said, how many people y'all know had strokes, y'all? And look at their condition. Look at their condition, y'all. There's no way in hell this man is physically capable to run Pennsylvania. All right now. All right. It's impossible, yo. Yo! Ronsky. You ain't gonna get me off my square though, Ronsky. What I'm talking about. Yeah, that man ain't capable of running no goddamn Pennsylvania, y'all. They got an agenda that they trying to push. And I told y'all what their agenda is. I told y'all what their agenda is. It's for y'all to wake up. Real, that's a fact.